It was kind of like for me, it gave me like idolatrous energy because, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like somebody was trying to disguise something, right? And the fact that we're talking about roses. So, I think the way I see and get messages is changing. I feel like I told you, I feel like there were certain holds on me, and I had to take alternative measures in order to, and that's the thing. I'm never someone to want to cause harm to somebody, but I will, try to figure out ways if someone has access to my energy field to get rid of your ties to me, right? If it's necessary, because again, how could you not? Especially if it's draining, and especially again, I feel like that's just like a treasonous act, right? Now I understand if there has to be surveilling or people in your business because of who you are, and they're using that for legit reasons, but the fact of letting that trickle down into, you know the community, or trickle down into other things, that is just like that's as dirty as I don't know what. So I'm just like, okay, what reference are we having? Because it's always going to be that whole duality, nature of duality. Okay, so again, we have all these, again, I feel like we're dealing with a celestial, spiritual something or parallel something when it comes to court, all right, or the court, all right, even courting, right? So I don't always, and I feel like, again, there have been certain binding spells, or again, some binding something that keeps me from being able to see straight, okay, all the time. So I have to pick up the pieces. I have to, try to take the crumbs that have been given and all this other stuff. And sometimes, like I said, it can be overwhelming and very irritating. Knowing that, again, the very people probably don't want you, and then knowing that, again, society is acting some kind of way, and your family and friends, it puts you in an isolated stance, right? And to see all of the energy come, the negativity coming your way, and it's just like, I feel like there's a hand reaching out, but at the same time, is it, you know right, is the hand just waiting for me to reach out so that it can chop it off? Because again, and I felt like in that dream, it was like everybody was trying to keep, but then the hand came out, and then, but it was really just a, you know what I'm saying? And it's sad to have to live like that, knowing something, and have to live like that. It's like the hand was coming out, but it was just a snare. It was already in this dream. It was like somebody had already, like I was talking about in the videos for the past week. It felt like somebody had already decided something and had already taken another person and, what do you call it? It's not naturalized, but it is when you take someone that's not the rightful heir, right? And place them in that position, right? Oh my goodness, the word is just going to slip my mind. Okay, so, like I said, by force or whatever. And so, again, what was left over for me, right, so it was like a double jeopardy, kind of like double cross kind of energy. And what was left over for me is for once it was known that I knew, right, it was kind of like, now, oh, we didn't expect this part, so now we just have to act like we're going to dismiss that, right? Or we have to set up something where it's going to have to be, now you can come in, but there's this tie here, and so it's not all the way official, right? Or there was also energy of, now, since there's nothing you can do about it. Or even in instance like, how can I explain it? It's so far gone, like, you know what I'm saying, like it's already been passed. So that's what made me think about this whole distance, and how we do rely on media to give us information, but what if there is something that's done in secret? Because again, world leaders and world energies decide to come together and just actually kill off or cut off a cornerstone or whatnot, right? And then place another head there. And so again, it's just this energy. And the dream felt like kind of real. It was kind of like I was conversing, almost as if someone had misjudged, but all these things had already occurred, right? So the whole line of succession was messed up for whatever reason. Somebody put there, and it was a feminine energy, right? That along with a masculine energy that had put it that way, that had made things that way. And it's like the only way out for me, you know what I'm saying? And I hate to be the person that carries this, but if you're an oracle or a seer or something, you can't control, you know what I'm saying, the visions or how the visions come in. And that's just what I'm saying. I'm not a negative person. I want to be positive. I want to see things. I want to see the good in people. But when you have that energy, like I said, it's a known thing for me that there are a lot of people that would be upset about this, right? So it's like, where is my safety? You know, who's protecting me, you know, in this time? Why are people just so okay with leaving people behind enemy lines in these times and just not correcting it or doing anything for it? Is it just a sense of somebody waiting for someone to die already? Right? And if that's not going to happen, if you're so protected that we can't get to you, then we will allow you to come in as if we have this plan for you. But at the same time, it is a snare. And it's sad. It's sad to think that, to go through all of this, even just a self-transformation, going through, you know what I'm saying? I knew it was some reason why I was on this path. And you work so hard and you get there, and everything you do, you keep on knocking down those walls. You keep on climbing over them. You know, but it's something on this plane that wants to stop you full throttle every single time. And it just is relentless, and it just won't stop. And I think the torturous thing is to also have energy like, you know, okay, come on, okay, you know, just forget about everything. Just like that is I think it's just the dirtiest, ugliest thing to do to somebody, right? You know, it's kind of like a sleeping with the energy, with the enemy kind of energy, right? Like, I think that would just terrorize someone, actually. Even someone that wants to have positive thoughts and move forward, you know, what they're supposed to be doing is something that, again, is ordained by Source. Source is leading me. It made me think about the rainbow energy that we just saw in the video with the double rainbow that I did. You know, it's something. So I have to be strong, and I have to be fearless, and I have to continue to move forward. But my whole thing is, with that dream and that vision kind of mix, that's what, I mean, it's like Source and the ancestors had to just keep it real with me. You're not safe. Don't trust every hand that comes back and tries to pull you in. But you know what? You do know this. And you know you that star, so you're just going to have to just keep on shining. And the right people will come around to assist you to move forward. Right? Because the whole thing about even the storyline of the Queen, and even when we talk about Mary of Scots and everything like that, just giving off these different illusions to try to distract me or deter me, because other people might have this to prove their case, but I'm dealing with Source, right? And minimal information. But I do have information. So it's just like it's just that matter of things. And it was kind of like this whole energy of, like, you know, how Mary was supposed to speak up, right? When she did get word. And I hate to be this person, but it does feel like something is going on or has already gone on. It is symbolized maybe even that death that I was feeling that happened recently. It's strange, but I'm just delivering the message, like I said, as I see it, as I've been getting these downloads for the past week. Because that's the thing. If Source gonna know that the world is gonna be against you, then he has to use you. That road is within me. You know what I'm saying? That information is within me. So again, I feel like some of these people in society or whatever can think that they can bury me, or they can, you know, shut me up, or, you know, crucify me, you know what I'm saying? Or create this smear campaign or whatever. But source wouldn't be dealing with me like this if that was really the case directly. So it's just like, but then, there was a fear of someone else coming in and snatching up the crown. This week, I just don't know why. It's just been in me. It's just been on me. And I just can't even really sleep, I feel like, until I just, what I'm saying, speak on it. And it's almost like it got away with murder. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like this energy of that's what someone feels. But then there's a reverting energy, like a repentance or something that is also in the air. And it's just like, it's hard, I think, because you got to think like, dang, I look at myself like this. Like, you mean to tell me it's really people out there that feel like that much despise and that much hate for me? Like, really? Are these, you know, these visions and things that are coming to me, and also, I can see within other seers and readers and stuff, kind of like with the same message. Is this really true? You know? And I think that that's just what it is for me. Even knowing all these things and that all these people are against me or have been, it still doesn't phase me to know. I mean, and doesn't stop me from moving forward. Because I do feel like we're not at the point where that tie that binds. I feel like something wants me to feel that way, but I don't think so. What's wrong is wrong. And if something, is being done, where it's being concealed or covered or twisted or whatever, then again, I feel like I have the power and authority to untie any of those knots. Right? And I feel like too, the energy is around is like, with the helpers and stuff, it's like, well, I did try, or it's like almost like people want to make it like I'm just unrelatable and, don't want to work. But it's just really, I feel like not the case. Even when it feels as though, the luring energy, it's not an honest, pure, you know what I'm saying, direct energy. Everything else is direct. All my messages are direct, right? When I get downloads, they're direct. So, but again, even if there was something leading me in a certain direction, like down that path, like Dorothy, right? She knew what the destination was. For me, the destination is always faded. Even if there's a luring energy calling me that you're going to have to get up, you're going to have to move, and there's no, you know what I'm saying? But it even makes me think about Alice in Wonderland on that path where she had to make that decision or that choice. But for me, it's like blurred. It's like, okay, I'm ready to walk. I see like the first extension of these paths, but none of them really have no ending. There's no location. There's no direct, you know, right? And a lot of that luring energy, like I said, it feels like it's at night. So I think that me not making movement, it creates this space for other energies to come into me while I'm asleep, or why, you know what I'm saying, into my subconscious, possibly even, you know, because it's almost like this shadowing energy or phantom energy as well is there. Mm-hmm. And it's almost like even the whole other, I don't know, like this Matthew kind of energy or whatever, where it's like a shadow kind of energy that is guiding, in a sense, that even may have presently been here, but it feels like it's so faded away and so far or gone. So maybe that, because it's again two deaths that I feel like I felt over the past, and it's almost like someone is also watching this process and they are knocking down, you know, the towers, or knocking down the last of those who have come to redeem me, or, you know what I'm saying, help me get that particular type of redemption, or that, you know, and it's kind of like it's now staring me right in my face, because I'm like that last tower that it wants to knock down, but it's just this one is not the one. It's so weird. And it's almost like whatever it is wants to, there's almost like this also this like Asmodeus, right? That is the like the demon of breaking up relationships energy there. That every time I, what I'm saying, I'm getting close to, again, I feel like that divine counterpart. There's always that Asmodeus energy that comes in and tries to, you know, interfere, you know? And I mean in a spiritual sense, because most of this stuff is happening on another scale within that so-called parallel paradigm or universe, you know. So again, if most of it is happening there, you know what I'm saying, I have to be able to navigate there and here, right? So again, it's the thing about here on this plane, in this dimension, that I'm having trouble with making those connections. But then again, I feel like the energy and source and the ancestors telling me right now is just dangerous for me on this realm. But I feel like the path is being cleared. I do. I feel like the path is being cleared. So it's almost like a going into like solitude, but at the same time stating this claim that whatever this is and this dream is talking about, I'm not going to be afraid of anyone. But it's just, like I said, it's a very daunting thing because, again, if in a world where you feel like, again, that trust has been severed many times, but it's almost like source allows it to, what stops it in its tracks, but it gets close enough, right? but at some point in time, when I turn to source, it's like that's my safe zone. But also I have to realize that when I look at it, though, when I look back around at the situation, it's kind of like, what's that game that we used to play when people are moving, stop, go, or whatever, red light or whatever, okay? So it's like, even when I turn to source and, to go there for that those downloads for that, to commune, right? It's almost like say you stand in like this circle, you standing like in the middle of something, and there's this border around you, but maybe the enemies were way back there at some point in time. But I feel like there's somehow that a gateway or a door or a mistake maybe if I made, right? And that's what I said about just trying to sever that energy, but by too much information and somebody getting too close. So again, I can see still those black shadowy figures, you know what I'm saying? And that's where that whole snake in the garden kind of energy, or something else, hell in the garden, comes from. Because even though those shadowy figures were nowhere to be seen, I knew they were there. They were nowhere to be seen before. But now it's almost as if they are strategically like popping up, showing up. You know how like if like in a zombie movie where I know I'm like a storyteller to that level. I guess we got to just go into all these like analogies, right? So it's kind of like, but no, this is what I see also when I'm trying to get it helps me. Visuals help me, right? So it's almost like that. Like, it's not Walking Dead, but that one Night of the Living Dead or whatever. But it's kind of like, when you start seeing the zombies like coming moping in, around, and you turn around in all directions and there they go, like that's what I'm saying. So it's kind of like that energy, straight up. And it's like, I believe, like the only thing I have left to believe, and it's just hard, man. It's hard because I know that there's not many that didn't at least think some way about me at some point in time or didn't want to cause harm. And it's funny how it feels like, I'm going to have to give up my, territorial safety kind of, because I do feel like the very, they say the very person that wrongs you is not going to be the one to heal you. But I feel like in this case, it's the only thing I have to lean on if that's the case. Or even if the person didn't wrong me, is someone that through whatever has been done, the illusions that have been given, that someone gave me the illusion that this person was after me to harm me, and they never were. So that's when, again, you have to go back within and really discern and be vigilant and pay attention. So again, hopefully, I mean, like I talk about this like it is a vision and like we're in these dimensions, whatever. But I know that a lot of these things mean something about the now. It means something about this dimension here. And also, again, other future things, right? I feel like I'm seeing other future things that are going to happen. So, like I said, regardless if this is something that's going on, maybe the vision, maybe this is a prophecy of something that is going to happen soon, you know, right? I don't know. Maybe it's something that already happened because I keep seeing like this I keep seeing 8 months, 2 years, and 4 years. Okay. But I think that things are changing. And again, that kind of concerns me also. That's what draws me into that energy as has something happened that I don't know about. Because it's almost like also things, like I said, I noticed that some of the things that are going on in society, it's almost like people in high places have made a decision and they are navigating and moving and let other people move uh, in a certain to a certain degree where it's blocking me in and shutting me down more and more from being that person that's supposed to serve that purpose as a leader, as someone who is here to balance the scales, okay, and also right wrongs and clear the snakes out of the garden or whatever, because all snakes aren't venomous, all snakes aren't, they don't bite, so again, it's just that sense of that. But yeah, this dream, I don't know, and like I said, I don't know. um right, because just like people pull on my energy, I feel like it's because I may have access to, again, like I said, many different other entities and energies because of this time, because of what Source knew was going to be happening, right? So it's like almost like all those people of the court, right? That people normally have around them when they're going into this, situation and they're moving forward. It's like kind of like I was taken out of the convent, right? Which could just be a closed way or a bound way where you're not able to see, right? And then again, all this time, these past 8 months, possibly, or a year, the attacks have been happening. The attacks have been happening, right? But it was also a way to strengthen my character and let me know, and teach me how to, what I'm saying, navigate, right? So again, I'm at that point where I'm just like, whatever, what I'm saying? I'm tired of thinking negative things or whatever, right? But I do feel like it's time, regardless of what this is, it's telling me it's something, a step forward, and hopefully this means that there's like a legit other end of the rainbow. Because remember, the rainbow I showed you guys the other day, the first rainbow was very prominent, right? But the second one was kind of faded, right? And that's how I feel like when I go on these journeys, when I feel like Source is leading me in certain directions, I'm dealing with that faded rainbow where there's nothing there. But now there's this full rainbow here, right? That was going right into my neighborhood, right? That says that there is this something, right? It may not be a pot of gold, but it may be you know, a true companion, you know what I'm saying? A true friend, a true something that's going to help me get to the jackpot. Do you understand what I'm saying? Something outside of myself, because like I told you, it feels like, the whole energy of Nostradamus and the whole energy of the queen and all, it seemed like it's like a rally of those energies, even if people want to call it necromancy or dealing with, I'm saying, the other side. That's just really sometimes dealing with your ancestors or whatever that have chosen for you to do something. And again, as they do leave this plane, they go to, what I'm saying, possibly in times of need to back you up, right? To give you insight, and help lead the way. Especially, I feel when there's such a wrong. I feel like there's such a wrong that has been done in a very unjust or unjust manner. I don't know. That's just how I feel. But anyways, y'all, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. I did want to, talk about that dream or whatever before, what I'm saying, I went back to bed because I keep going to bed and waking back up or whatever. But like I said, there's something. It's something either, like I said, about those timelines or the near future. And I think we're just gonna have to, wait it out and see. But it's just, like, could you imagine feeling but then again, it's like, dang, you got, like, you in that kind of position where people got to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe it's just even a sense of someone, because I know there's that, I've been looking into a couple of things, and I guess it is right for a successor to be named, but what if something happened and then the people that are supposed to provide that information, they feel like they don't want to do that, they want to take a different, route. You see what I'm saying? Then then it's all lost then, and I just think that that's just, I don't know. I don't know. But again, source said, in the Bible, that is, gonna make people look foolish, and it's kind of like just pulling even that Yeshua or Jesus or Christ energy out of like a ratchet place, you know what I'm saying, into greatness. So again, I mean, we also have to, it also makes me think of like rags to riches type of energy, and then even that richness, like I said, material things are not the thing for me. Richness is me filling up all those chakras with that type of positive energy. Richness is my connection to source, and the things that when I get into a position that I can do to help other people. You know what I'm saying? Because again, already in a selfless sense, I do put other people before me, sometimes too much. But again, this journey taught me to pull back to, you have to take care of yourself, because again, that's how you really get things done. If you don't take care of yourself mentally, physically, all these ways, then you won't be around to help anybody. Right? And then if you allow people around you that, continue to do things to harm you or put you in harm's way, then, again, how do you care about yourself? So, and that's not to say that people can't change, but it's just like, So, again, but I do feel like, yeah, there is a bending kind of energy as to, like, not even when it comes to things, but certain people, and it's just that, like, I feel like things are moving in some kind of direction, or they were, and there's an abrupt stop, right? But then it's kind of like that stop go energy, right? So I don't know. And it's just like, how can someone try and say something about, if it's just been a whole coup and a whole cover up the whole time? You know what I'm saying? How can they say, well, you had your chance, when that wouldn't be true? Because again, there's a way that it's supposed to happen when someone does take, leave this realm, that will be on a throne. There's a process. There is a process of the private part of it, but then there's a public part of it, right? And nobody wants to speak on anything. I feel so not right speaking on anything like that, like I said before it happens, but it is a dream. It is something that came to me really abruptly today. And I feel like for the past couple of days, it's been kind of preparing me for that message. And so again, it's just like, it is what it is. I have to relay it the way that it is. Unfortunately, that always, sometimes brings negative things, but like I said, take it how you want to take it. It's just what I see, or what I had, this dream and this vision, and other collective energy, and signs and things point me to, this is really trying to tell me something, because I'm supposed to be telling other people this. And it's like, if you want to shut me out and you want to act like you don't hear me and you don't see me, right? But I'm not here to convince anybody. I already know certain aspects of this, right? So again, you know, again, even I don't know why I was just thinking about, like I said, the whole effects, I feel like, even of the split energy that I sense from the Biden administration. You know, And you have people with these theoretical views as to who are these people really? Is there some kind of masking or some kind of disguising going on here? Do you see what I'm saying? And if that's scary, because that means that, all this force and all this stuff that I'm seeing, they're trying to hurry up, because again, it says Satan knows that he has a little bit of time. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you something. So again, yeah, take care. I'm gonna try to get a little bit more sleep, because, like I said, I haven't been able to. I've been just waking up with these dreams and these visions and things, and it's just like trying to put them all together. Like even now, I'm already like pieces of the visuals and the storyline are already, disappearing. But I just remember, and maybe it's because that part is not for me to really share. But I do remember like being placed in different places and being seen, almost like uh Scrooge. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like that, like being picked up and like taken places and shown certain things for no reason. And it was like some parts didn't have sound. It just was like observant. I was just being like in an observant state of mind. But there's like a lot of like we were in like there was like flowers and like some cement, or I don't know, like some kind of monument or something. But there was also like these architectural, beautiful buildings around as well. But it was kind of like a dreary gray kind of day. But it was kind of like I was taking these. So, anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Again, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and join us in the Facebook group American Aborigines Unchained for more information. Or alternative information, past, present, and future. And I will see you guys soon. Take care.